Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Look, it's a tree. That's a real train that goes around the track. Yep. Girls love it. It's supposed to go a little bit lower, but we knew the girls would grab at it, so we had to raise it up a little bit. But I like it up there. Looks good. Might turn it on later. Hot chocolate with marshmallows today. Hope everyone's Christmas went well. Mine did. Got a few cool things. Probably one of the coolest ones was earbuds. Hey, Jamie. Welcome. Jamie, how was your Christmas? What did you get? Anything fun? Hello, Lance. Oh, Vector Prime is incredible. No, I didn't. The one I got, sadly, was not complete. That's okay. We'll figure it out. It wasn't Marrakesh, though. But gift cards. Got gift cards. It was pretty sweet. Very quiet. Yes. Well, girls are asleep down here. And I'm out. I went out into the living room to show the tree in the background because it's like a Christmas dream. In fact, this. Look at that. It lights up. See? Very Christmassy. So the missus got me these. These are wireless earbuds. They're awesome. Work really well. I'm infamous for losing my earbuds, and my little girls chew on the earbuds when they get a hold of them. So one's already missing one of its little rubber intakes because she'll bite it off. So, but these are really nice, and they come in like a rechargeable pouch. They're really nice. Pugopoly. That's funny. Hey, there is a smaller. Well, Jarrett, I'm not going to talk about what my favorite EU book is yet. I'm going to do a top 10 when I'm finished with everything, which should be early next year, so probably soon. But, oh, maybe I already said it. Did I already say it? I like the New Joe Order, you know. I don't know which book in particular, but I'll try and nail it down to a particular book. Anyway, look, I got this cool necklace. You'll see this in a lot of my videos going forward because it's got the two girls' names on it. There you go. Yeah, what'd I say? Necklace. It's a bracelet. It's an earring. It's two little earrings on there. So yeah, this. I like this a lot. So I'll be wearing. You'll be seeing this in there all the videos. Mrs. got a laptop. She's gonna go put it together. It's fire pumping. So we've been having one laptop here. Looking to see where Cole. I gotta show these, man. I gotta show these. Yeah. There's another buddy of mine. He suggested a game to me a long time ago, and every year it goes up in my rankings. He is here right now. I don't know if he'd be privy to getting on, but we're going to play some games Monday together. And he is privy to find another game that I have not mentioned yet that he knows is in my collection. And he suggested it to me, and he wants to know where it went. And it's going to go higher. Obviously, I said, have you seen your game yet? He went, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. He went, is it a high ranked game? I said, you have to find out. Sadly, he won't know before he leaves. I'll tell him. I'll tell him secretly. There you go. Take your number one from me. Star by Star. Star by Star is great. Apocalypse is great. Apocalypse is great. There's so many. Fate of the Jedi, man. Yeah, I can't wait. See, the thing is, this is the fun thing. I've got to talk about Legacy of the Force next, which is so much fun. Then then a bunch of other little books. Then Fate of the Jedi, which is a great series. And then the Legacy comic book series, which I really enjoyed. I mean, you got Crucible in between there too. And I think maybe one short story, I can't remember. But yeah, it's gonna be really awesome. It's really, and I said I was gonna take Christmas break to do more videos. I lied. I'm taking a Christmas break to play as many games as I can, as many as I can. Played a few today, not as many because it's Christmas, and the nephews were distracted with TV and video games. And the video games trumps everything. TV is they love TV. They don't have cable. They live out in the country, so they don't have cable. My brother didn't get Dish, so they're starving for TV. So when they come to my mom and dad's, their grandparents, they're like, oh, TV. and they will not be pulled away from the TV ever, ever. And then video games were playing too that day, and video games never get played at mom and dad. But my brother came over with his game system, and he hooked it up, and they were all playing video games. And I was like, okay, like I got a few board games played, and then when they heard the video game system got plugged in, that was it. That was it. I was at board games were out. So didn't get to play them. Yeah, I thought about yesterday. I was talking about funny things that happened to me during Christmas, and I came up with one. I mean, today I did, and I totally forgot it. Because I know I have good Christmas stories of Christmases past. I remember the best. Hold on. Yeah. What? Yeah. If you go left, you don't have to scroll down all the time. You go left, and it goes through them 10 at a time or whatever. You also added Ticket to Ride collection and received Amsterdam. What? There's a new Stephen Phil game called Amsterdam. I know that wasn't it. I don't know. I have to check that out. Yeah. What I got, Jamie, was Jamie, check your email. What I got, Jamie, was what did I get? Bewitched by Waddington Games. Really nice game. Been wanting that one for a long time. Unfortunately, it came incomplete. You cannot find pieces of this. So my wife, it was sold as complete. So my wife's emailing the seller, and if the seller can't find the piece, I guess they'll have to refund it. So it sucks, but it's just hard to find. It's hard to find spare pieces to that game. It's hard to find the game, but it's hard to find spare pieces for the game. So that's what I've heard. So sadly, won't get to play it yet. Oh, Ticket to Ride Amsterdam. Okay, got it. Thanks. But yeah, I got an Amazon gift card. A lot of people have been thanking me for the link to the stories, what's it called? The collection of short stories from Titan Comics. Goodness gracious. Not Hyperspace, Star Wars Insider. Remember, that link is available. I mean, you can look for it on Amazon, but if you can't find it, you can always go to the expandeduniverse.com. I did an article about it like a month ago, I think. And didn't go, look at Norm. Hey, Norm, Merry Christmas, Norm. Norm had an adorable little video today. I just posted more of my top 100. How boring was it? First, I thought I wasn't going to post anything today. And earlier this week, I went, I'll just skip. I'll let Christmas go. But then no one has anything going on for Christmas. And then I was like, wait a minute, I got to redo it. Because if I got to get all these done by New Year's, I got to tell you what my top 10 is. Or top 100 is. It'd be the top 10 on Christmas Eve. Oh, not that anyone cares. Twilight Imperium, 4th edition with the expansion, New Year's Eve. The day of, not that night, the New Year's Day. Oh, it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna have some. I think I'm gonna have my gaming group over Tuesday, Wednesday, and we're gonna just shoot through a lot of games too. But TI 4 coming on Thursday. Can't wait for that one. Oh yeah. The expandeduniverse.com has all my quotes that I tracked down. The book of quotes, you can show them, and they're documented quotes. They're not just things made up. And thankfully, they've made a big repository of them. Sadly, some of my quotes were from the now defunct forums from StarWars.com. If I would have known, I mean, woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? If I'd have known that they were going to delete those whole forums, I would have copy and pasted so many things. They were like, well, Matt, you can go to Wayback Machine. Yeah, but I don't remember the dates. I was just scrolling page by page. I had no idea when they were revamping the site, when Disney took over, that they were going to get rid of all of it. I had no idea. Totally threw me off. Norm, I hope your Christmas went well. I've never played Dungeon. Never. I know what you're talking about. You have it. I saw your review on it, but I've never played Dungeon myself. Merry Christmas, All-American Cornbread. Love that Walroo. Did you see, I don't know if you saw Geeks Addict's post. He made a crystal star jab. didn't think was very funny. You kidding? But yeah, so the girls had a good Christmas. They got, oh man, they got little bikes. They got a little kitchen set, one of those like little Fisher Price kitchen sets. They got a swing set, which I'm put together tomorrow. They got, gosh, a little toy laptop, a little toy cell phone, because they play with that stuff all the time. And they got some balls, some bath toys. They got little tiaras because they're little princesses. They got a little fake coffee making machine, which they see us use the Keurig a lot for me, for hot cocoa, coffee for my wife. And so my little girl just sit there just making pretend cups of coffee all day long, because they see mom and dad do it so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now here we go. Jamie, can you hear me? Oh, there you go. There's a blackout in California.
Oh,
wait.
Hold on. What's going on here?
I don't know. You got to figure that out. There he is. Hey.
There we go.
There it is.
Sorry about that. Let me rearrange this. We can see the games back here.
There. Look at this.
There we go.
So you had a good Christmas.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. There we go. Woo. Let me sit a little closer over here. I'm usually on my phone and I'm on the computer this time. So, yeah, it was a good Christmas. Went to my parents' house and down Lake Elsinore. It's about an hour away from me. They're about 80 miles north of San Diego. So, but yeah, we went down there with my sister and brother-in-law. We all met over there and pretty much spent the day there. And one of the little stocking stuffers, I know my mom, she loves to stay with tradition. So we still get stockings. And I got the ugly sweater game. It's a little card game that you play. So I was like, oh, what is this? This is pretty funny. It comes with little ugly sweater cards, and you roll the dice, and whichever one you find that matches a sweater, you take one of these little plunger things and you plunger the card, and first person to get 5 cards wins. It's kind of cute.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, I talked about the Pugopoly. The Pugopoly too.
So. Man. Pugopoly. What's your
Norm would love that.
Yeah. What's your? Yep. Do you have a pug? You said. What's your pug's name?
Mia. She's the one you hear in all my videos. You hear always snoring in the background or anything else, every single game. Vinny has mentioned it a couple times when you watch some of my videos. He goes, I hear Mia back there. I'm like, I know. Every time I'm in here doing the video, my intro, she's right here snoring away. I'll go out there, do the video. She's snoring away again. I'm like, yeah, geez Louise. Every time I'm sitting there going, that's okay. She's 14 and a half,
Come on, Norm. Come on, get in on this. But yeah, so we had a pretty good Christmas, like I said. I got, what did I get besides that? I'm trying to think. The earbuds in the game was my wife's, and then I don't think I got much else. I mean, people don't. We make little Christmas card lists for everyone, and we don't really. We pick off those cards and cross them out. My mom and maybe my sister did this year, but my mom's the only one that looks at it. So next year I'm just going to tell my mom, because my family just gives me all sorts of random stuff. I'm like, well, okay, what? I got a shirt with a llama and something written in Spanish on it. I don't know what that means. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
So, nice, Christopher. I did check your email, Norm. Check your email.
Oh, Norm's coming on. Nice. We got a veteran coming online.
Yeah. But anyway, so it was a fun time though. But I'm like, okay, I didn't put expensive things. I put like some cheap books on there that I thought I'd like to read. And then what else I put on there? Oh, the candles. Candles cost what, $10-15? So I got a few candles in the scents that I like, because I used to get a lot of candles, and we had so many candles here. So we need to start burning these candles. And I love candles, but we just don't burn them that much. And we have one that doesn't get burned at all hardly. And I want to start. I keep forgetting to burn it and everything, because I don't want my house smelling like Norm.
Speaking of the devil.
There you go. I thought you had to say Beetlejuice 3 times. Hey, Norm.
What's up going on, Norm?
Michael's asking about have watched the Star Wars Holidays class. I know what the classic edition is. If that's what you mean, like the regular one, I saw it years ago. I thought I'd make it a yearly thing, but that movie, I'm a Star Wars fan, and that movie is so awful. The best thing about it is B. Arthur singing. And when B. Arthur singing is the best thing about your movie, you should know it's not that good.
Yeah, that sounds like that almost sounds like what was that Star Wars movie that came out right after the Christmas holiday special? About the same, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So it's just not as I have it and I could watch it again one day. I might, but I'm not gonna. I don't feel pressure to. I'll be honest. I watched Empire Strikes Back in theaters, and it made me want to watch the original trilogy again. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, folks, if you're watching the channel, Saturday Morning Sandwich Flange, top 5 movies I've seen in theaters.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, which this year I only saw 5. So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I didn't get to watch too much in theaters this year, unfortunately.
No one did. My brother lives in Wichita, Kansas. He said they opened up the theaters for just a little while and then they shut them back down. So a lot of theaters are just shut back down. Thankfully, ours here have opened and they've kind of stayed open.
Nothing in California is open here.
Yeah,
we're super locked down. It's ridiculous down here.
Yeah.
But the Denny's across the street from me, they have outdoor dining, which you're not supposed to have any of that out here. I've seen a couple other restaurants starting to do that too. They're getting real fed up down here. It's getting pretty.
We have no one. Not even the staff wear masks, and they just go ahead and just 100%. They'll pack out the place, and in their bathrooms is a picture of our governor, and he's in the toilet. You can pee on him.
Oh, that's such a great idea. I love that.
The guy is mad because it's killing small businesses.
Yeah.
And he's fighting for not only his business, but he's responsible for all these employees. Now, he's a super nice guy. He just said, because he followed the lockdown. He followed lockdown procedures. He followed everything. But when they just kept getting harsher and harsher, and it kept coming, and it wasn't making a difference. And he was like, okay, you know what? You guys don't know what you're doing, but I know what you don't know what you're doing is pertaining to the virus. But I know that you are killing my business. I am responsible for these employees who need checks. And and small businesses, he's Amazon, Walmart, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. They're going to be here forever. Pizza Hut, they'll be here.
Oh yeah.
Taco Bell's going to be there. But his little business, his little barbecue ain't going to be there.
No.
So he said, you know what, screw it. And no one in town has touched him. No, they're not, they're a little bit more common sense in the South. They're just like, okay. And and to be honest, if you go up there because my wife was like, oh my gosh, you aren't wearing masks. And the way she goes, oh, would you like me to put on a mask? I mean, just very polite, because if you want your waiter to put, or wait staff to put on a mask, they will. But, I mean, and to be honest, from a small business, I don't own a small business, but if I did, yeah, I'd be ticked off too. Now, I'll be honest, I felt kind of silly laughing in the bathroom the entire time, because I laughed when I was like, what is that a picture of? I went, shut up. And I could not. And you walk into a bathroom and there's a guy just laughing in the stall. You probably turn around and walk out. I know I would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Orange County was open for a little while because LA's been closed down the entire time. They never opened. And then Orange County actually backed off a little bit. We were actually able to eat inside for a little bit. Then they pushed us outside, and then it's completely, you can't do anything anymore. Even Orange County.
Because all of your elected officials can eat in restaurants here.
Oh yeah, exactly. I know. It's so ridiculous. And they're one after the other, they're getting caught.
It's like every other day, someone in California, one of the elected officials who tell you stay at home, they're out there. They're out there.
They're getting caught one by one.
And the thing is, those are the ones dumb enough to get caught. There are tons of them. I bet. It's funny. do as I say, do as
Yeah,
I
what they
say,
say, yeah.
not as I do.
Not what I say, or something like that. Yeah, but the big right now the whole Newsom thing, when they're trying to impeach him, they got over 900,000 signatures right now. It's full steam ahead with this. I think you need like 1.495 million votes or something. They say it's the biggest ever.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's catching steam because he's just one thing after another. Even the Christmas restrictions, you can't be with your family more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Make sure you wear a mask the whole time.
Well, the sheriff rightfully said, no, we're not enforcing that.
Yeah, Orange County's not enforcing anything. We're not enforcing this stuff.
Yeah, they're not enforcing it because they know that's ridiculous. But the thing is that's funny is that when they found out in California where all the relief money's gone, it seems like your governor owns all those businesses.
Yeah. A winery was up. That winery was open the whole time until he got caught.
Yeah, he gave the money to his own business. I mean, you're like, oh my God.
You got PPP loans and everything else. Yeah, Amazon got a PPP. Why did they get a PPP loan?
All his buddies got loans. It was great. That's just, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so funny, But let me answer a few of these questions real quick. Yes, I do. I love. let me be honest. I love the Throne trilogy. I love it. But people act like it is the best thing the EU ever put out, and that is incorrect. It's a great trilogy. It'd be my top 10, but it's not the best thing. They're acting like that's the only thing that ever came out, and no, it's not. There's actually a article, a story behind that, an official story about what had happened. It's a very interesting read. I think I discussed it on one of my Yum Nub holiday specials. Yeah, you know what? I did a very, 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 very early video back before I was before my channel started taking off, where I talk about the Thrawn trilogy being overrated. It sounds like I hate it, but I really don't. I really like it, but I was just sick and tired of people going, well, I don't care if they get rid of the EU, just keep the Thrawn trilogy. I'm like, guys, there's better stuff than that. And people have forgotten how silly some of the stuff was in that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Leia's drumming her fingernails on his blaster. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
Thumbs up to those guys. Nuisance. He has all sorts of names down here. New Scum. Instead of Newsome, it's New Scum. Yeah, we have all sorts of names for him down here.
It's funny. Here's another one. Yeah. Just bought bumper cars. I love bumper cars. I think that's such a fun game. Free parking I hear is great. Don't have it.
I like free parking. That's when they feed the meter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun little game. And
Dead Stop. Man, you got some good ones on there. Advance to Boardwalk. Dead Stop.
Yeah, both are good.
Where you go, Babs? Nice taste.
Good job, Babs.
Dead Stop.
Bumper cars is the reason why I got it because of Matt, because of bumper cars. I was so excited. I saw it at Savers. Oh, bumper card, and it was complete. I was like, all right.
Bumper cars is really good. And Dead Stop, I found out from watching Norm's channel, I believe. And like, seriously, a week later, I was in Phoenix, and I walked by it, and there it was in at a antique store for like $1. I was like, done.
That's for $1. Wow.
That's a fun 2-player game. Well, it looks kind of dated. It doesn't look very exciting. But folks, if you're into vintage games, Dead Stop is surprisingly good.
It's a fun one.
You would not think, just looking at it, you go, oh, that looks terrible.
Putting rings on a thing. What's that? What's the rings for?
Generic little stamp looking pawns. I mean, it doesn't catch your eye, but the gameplay is there. The gameplay is there, believe it or not. Answer a few other things. Yum Nub got baloney. He's been a good Ewok for the most part.
That's funny.
You know what? I don't. It's got to be an original. Probably Return of the Jedi for me. Jamie or Norm, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Man, let's see. I can eliminate number 9. I can eliminate number 1. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd probably go with either the. I'd probably go with Return of the Jedi. I know The Empire Strikes Back gets a lot of people ranked that way up there, but I like Return of the Jedi a lot. As far as if I was to choose one for the other 6, Revenge of the Sith was really good, I thought. But yeah, I'd go with Return too.
Okay, Jamie.
Yeah, I totally Return of the Jedi. I love that one.
Wow.
And for the other ones, I surprisingly liked Rogue One a lot. My wife hated it. I really liked it. It was different. I just, it came right up to the beginning of Star Wars. I love the way they did that.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was a really good movie.
I was surprised how good I thought. I was like, that was actually pretty darn good. And I watched it again. I caught a couple other things, and it was great. I loved it.
Yeah,
right on. Babs wants to get the McDonald's board game. Great.
I had to go to eBay to find mine.
Yeah. Same. Probably where you have to go now. That's a hard one to find.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah. But it's better that I played Mastermind as a kid, and I like Dead Stop a whole lot better.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Mastermind's a brain burner. It's just like.
Yeah, exactly.
I will be talking about that later. I'll be reviewing that about Bubba. You already know how I felt about him, and well, you will find out a little bit in Legacy of the Force, and but I'll go into that more when I review the book there. Oh, look, Lance likes a New Hope. Hey, you know what? New Hope is great. Any of the original trilogy are classics to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have watched The Toys That Made Us. In fact, I think that's the only episode I ever watched was the Star Wars episode with Kenner. I found it absolutely fascinating. Have y'all seen The Toys That Made Us series?
I have not yet.
No.
They did it for Barbie, G.I. Joe. I can't remember who else, but I only watched the Star Wars one. I think that was the first episode about how Kenner, a small company out of Ohio, got the rights and had no idea how to, but they defined what the action figure became. I mean, they really trailblazed the way and really took off and hinged their money on Star Wars, which no one thought was going to be big. They bought the rights for near to nothing. It's an incredible story, though. Yeah, that's a great episode. Just I haven't seen any of the episodes, but that first one was great. I think Transformers was in there too. I wanted to watch that one, but I don't think I did. If I did, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't have Netflix, so that's probably why I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. Catalyst, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, there you go.
That reminds me, I didn't get that Omega virus from that lady. I forgot to get it. She's selling it for $39, brand new. I forgot about her in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
I gotta hit her up. Yeah,
Matt was actually on that video with me when I did that review.
That's why it looks so good.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
I'm telling you what. I actually look at documentaries. I really did like that Kenner documentary, Michael. I really thought it was really good. I enjoyed Tales from Jabba's Palace because it picks people out from Return of the Jedi and gives them a backstory, and I really like that. In fact, there is I don't know if you can find, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but there was the Amana Man, the alien who was kind of guard. You would blink and you miss him. But he's standing there guarding the Carbonite Han Solo. He's this big, creepy looking alien. Someone gave him a story, wrote a fan fiction novel, a short story after him. It feels like it was a Tales from Jabba's Palace, like, unpublished story. It was written really good. And I remember I talked to that fan author. I can't remember his name, but a long time ago, I said, this is because I was going to print it in my little book of collections. And I was asking permission. He went, sure. I said, did you write anything else? He said, I wrote one other thing. And I got that too from him, but he never wrote anything else Star Wars. But I love where they pick out these background characters and give you a backstory into them. I mean, that's what the expanded universe is all about. No, we'll not be reviewing canon novels. Sorry. I'll be going back through. There's a few ideas I have on what I'm going to do. So, here you go. Are there any board games you guys have played in recent times that you would like, that you like more than you thought you would? That's a great one.
Ooh, that is a good question.
What was a question? What's a game that surprised you, Norm and Jamie?
Well, I'll tell you one I have played, and I mentioned this I think a while back. There was a game called Extinction, for the game of ecology.
Yeah.
That's not made by a main publisher. That game that was probably one of the best non-publishing games I've ever played. Just a lot of strategy and just a great idea. You know, I mean, the board looks plain. The pieces are, you know, you have about 80 dice in the game, but man, it's a fantastic game.
Okay.
I think on a lighter note, Monopoly Cash Grab. My niece got that. We were playing it, and it's actually pretty fun. That's the one where you're picking up all the cash and the little chance cards, which you can play the chance cards to try to get cash from other players and try to mess them up and stuff. Those are my two surprises, I guess. How about you guys?
Jamie's looking over his collection. Jamie, do you have an answer?
Looking over the collection. Actually, we just played the.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was actually pretty fun. We just did this a couple days ago. My wife and I, we got to play this. I just found it, and I just watched it on Norm's channel. And I was like, this is actually pretty cool. It's a lot, very fast, very quick game. But it was pretty cool. It was fun.
I am kind of surprised. It's been like, you know, almost a week, and they haven't announced any new Monopoly games yet. So I guess
that's a long time for them.
Yeah.
That's quiet there. I don't know. For me, it's been a while, but I mean, I will tell you, there's a few games in the past that I thought were overrated. That, in fact, I'm going to talk about a few more next week. But no, I've already talked about one. I believe I talked about it. Yeah, Wingspan.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
By Stonemaier Games, I thought was overrated last year. I liked it. I say it's over. It's not that great a game. Yes, I have to walk that back a little bit because it is a very smart game, and I really did enjoy it. I guess I was just kind of peeved at the. I mean, they were deliberately is the word, causing a shortage to make the game seem more rare, and I'll appreciate that. So they were shortening the supply because they knew the demand was high, and they wanted to keep the hotness factor going. I think that's kind of dirty, but anyway, I mean, it is what it is. You got to build the hype for your own game.
I think they say that game's good solo, didn't they?
I guess, but I've never played it solo. But
okay.
it is
I've heard that. But
all right, here we go. What do you like better, Don't Go to Jail or Monopoly Express? I guess that's Norm's question.
Yeah, yeah.
Monopoly Express, just because they've added some dice, or things on the dice like houses and hotels, and things like that you can try to get while you're playing it. It's a really good press your luck game, I think. Have you guys
that one is?
Okay.
Monopoly Express. I'm trying to remember which one that is.
That's the one that comes in the round container, and it has all these dice, and then like all the property and the amounts, and you're just rolling the dice and placing them on the different properties. And
okay, it does sound very similar to Don't Go to Jail then.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. All right. Other questions? I don't know about Scientific American Magazine. I'm sorry. Yeah, I love it too, Matt. Let's see. Or the Geography magazine, man. Sorry, I don't have any magazine subscription. The only magazine, the last magazine I ever subscribed to, and probably the only one, was Star Wars Insider, way back in the day. Yes, I've read the first edition of it. He's rewriting it, and Joe has offered to give me an early copy if I wanted to review it for my chronology, which, to be honest, would place right now, right where I'm at. I think that's when it happens. It happens after New Jedi Order. In between that gap is where he put it. But I'm going to wait till he gets more and more finished with it, and then I'm going to review it. But yeah, I will. Yes. Gray Jedi were. There were Gray Jedi. Yeah, for real, right? Wish there would be.
Yeah.
Also about burgers, I regret it because I realized you need 3 players. Oh no!
Ooh.
So sorry. So sorry.
It was fun going to the cantina. I was actually at Olga's Cantina in Florida when I was in Walt Disney World. That was actually a pretty cool little experience. Being in the cantina at Walt Disney World. That was actually, I can't even get to the one here. And I got in the one in Florida. Go figure that one.
Merry Christmas, Brady. Merry Christmas,
Hey.
everyone. Hey, Zombie Slayers, did y'all watch Mandalorian?
Loved Boba Fett was in there. That was great. Yes.
Yes, started watching it. We haven't gotten to that part yet, but I'm sure there'll be a moment for me when he shows up.
Spoiler. The last episode was great. I love the way they ended season 2. That was wonderful. That was cool.
There you go. Lance, Supernatural Encounters is I think it's Cold Encounters, I think. But anyway, it was supposed to be a Star Wars Insider 6 parts, if I remember right. No, StarWars.com. I think it was StarWars.com now. It was supposed to be a 6-part series of just like notes and everything written by Joe Bongiorno. Of course, when Disney took over, they canceled it. So he went ahead and just finished it and then brought it out. He kind of made it his own little book in a way. And I called it the Silmarillion of Star Wars, which he puts in there. He puts my quote in there because he really liked my quote. Because it just basically just accounts all the odd and end and wild, rare things you find in the Star Wars expanded universe. Like me with all my knowledge, I was on Wikipedia like every other page. Let's try to figure out who is this? What does this mean? Where's this from? And he goes everywhere. He goes to the UK Star Wars books, all the RPG stuff. I mean, angels, architects, everything. It's really intriguing if you're a hardcore fan of that. But he decided to revamp it, and he's going to put it in a novelization. And there is a man with an Ewok in it. That's what I do know. There is mention of someone who has an Ewok partner in it. And but other than that, I read it and I gave him some notes about a character that I thought was not behaving as he should. And he argued. Well, he didn't argue. He just discussed with me that he said he just disagrees. No, I think he's acting in character. I said no, it's because and I pointed to some references, and he told me he changed the character because he said I was right. So, which I was like, oh, okay, well, you didn't send me that in the email. I only had one complaint, and that's because, and oddly enough, it was a character that I really did like, who's not mentioned very much in the expanded universe at all. But I do enjoy. Professor Hoole is who it is. I guess I didn't reveal that. Professor Hoole is in it, and I love Professor Hoole. But I think he was out of character. He was very, very angry in this book. And I was like, he's never angry. He doesn't lose his he's a very patient man. He's raising 2 kids on his own, his nephew and niece. And so he agreed and he changed it. But I can't wait to read it. But when I do, I'll do a review on it. Now, the thing is, the review is going to be very light because that is a very, if he added another 400 pages like he told me he did, that thing was already a heavy read. Yeah. But I can't wait. I'm excited for it. I can find game groups. One, you can go to Board Game Geek and post something, see who's available. If you have a local gaming store in your area, you can also go in there. Yeah. Another resource, if family and friends aren't on board, you can get them with a few what's called gateway games. A lot of your games, if you're doing vintage, they should be gateway enough to get them involved. And the thing is, board games are coming, well, they've always been growing in popularity, but they've basically skyrocketed now ever since the lockdowns and everything. People are trying to find alternate ways of entertainment, and board games have just climbed that much higher. So where people are like, board game, oh, those are for kids, right? No, they're not. They're really not anymore. So you can try that. Basically, a bunch of members of my church or my board game group, there's like very few people don't go to my church who aren't in my group. But I do have people outside the church that come to my group. But I do know there's a board game shop. We finally got one here in our small town. They're really nice. I know them, but I haven't sat there and played any games because you have to wear a mask and rather be in my comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
But
there.
And then plus, they're basically those people. They want to play Magic the Gathering or Warhammer. That's all they're playing there, which is not for me. But you go to Board Game Geek and see if there's people in your area who may want to play. I need
to find one of those. I need to find something like that.
Yeah.
There's a comic book shop that does that, and a couple other places in Pensacola.
Yeah, you can check comic books. That's a good idea too. You can check comic book shops too, or BAMs. You can just fly into Louisiana. I don't know why you'd want to come here, but we play board games. You could come. You could come. We can play board games. Totally down with that. All right, let's see. Yes, that's what the rumor is. The TV Daredevil. Have y'all heard that?
Oh, no kidding, really.
That's the rumor, so I'd say yes. Look at this. Favorite alien language. Oh, Ewokese. That's easy. Ewokese. I speak it, Lurdo. I never got the Star Wars manga comic books. I know those were big deals back in the day. I don't like manga. Don't know how. No. Yes, I am a Star Trek fan. Funny story, you missed it yesterday in the last stream, but I was actually with a Star Trek fan, by accident, got me into Star Wars again. I loved Star Wars as a kid, never read the books. When Timothy Zahn's first book came out, didn't even know about it. And I was watching Star Trek with my dad's secretary. I'd go over to her house and she would watch it. Her kids were kind of like, Mom, Star Trek. But she said, oh, this kid loves Star Trek. We were watching the original series. She gave me some of her books. I was reading them and I saw contradictions from the TV show and the books. And she went, oh, well, they just wrote those books out of season. So they didn't know what was going to happen later on. I was like, oh, well, then why would you read them? Well, for my birthday that year, she wanted to get me a Star Trek novel. She couldn't find one, but she found the paperback of Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire. She went, oh, he likes Star Wars too. And so she gave me that. And that's how I got into the expanded universe. But I still love Star Trek. The original series is my favorite by far. No one beats Spock, Bones, and Kirk. No one. Second, surprisingly, is now Deep Space Nine. I really like Deep Space Nine. Then followed very closely by Next Generation, which I think is grand. And then, controversial, I love Enterprise. I think Enterprise was a great show. It got pulled from the air early because fans hated it, but I absolutely love it. I rewatched it again, and I still love it. Voyager is horrible, except for any episode starring the Doctor. The hologram Doctor is the best thing about Voyager.
He is funny.
He's great. He's great. Everyone else, I do not care about at all. They could have all died. As long as the hologram could have lived on, that's all I care about. The hologram on the ship by himself, an adventure in the holodeck. I'd have watched that. But Picard, I watched. I'll watch season 2, but and then Discovery, I watched the first season, the mini series, the mini short videos in between, and then I watched 6 episodes into season 2. I had to stop. It's awful. I mean, I'm glad Discovery's around because now Voyager looks like a masterpiece compared to Discovery. So terrible.
I did get a message from Vinny. He was wondering if we could patch him in.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to forward it to him? I think I got him. Hold on.
Yeah. Let me
yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Yeah, hey, Vinny, I see you now.
It's Vinny from New York. Okay. East Coast people. It's late where you guys are at.
Yeah. All right,
Thanks, Gabriel. Appreciate that.
Nashville, man. I'm sorry about what happened in Nashville today. Holy cow.
Was that the bomb? What happened there?
It was an RV. Somebody pulled up in an RV there, and then luckily a policeman saw the RV sitting there, and he was very Someone's not right about this, and got a lot of people out. And about 6:30 in the morning, a big old bomb just completely exploded.
Why would you?
Early this morning.
That's sad that people do that.
Bad for Nashville. That street is incinerated. I mean, it's like a war zone.
That's awful. That's awful. What people
want to wake up to that.
Yeah. I don't. What awful person. I mean, that's awful. I like I said, I've been busy today. Really busy today, and so I was hearing about it, but I wasn't able to get details because there's always something that needs to put together for the girl.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you are safe there, sir. And
yes.
I hope your family's safe too. So I don't think it impacted many people, but I don't know. I didn't hear of like tons of deaths, but they may.
I've heard that they might have found some remains, but they might have.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah, but I didn't hear exactly.
What awful people. Well, I hate that happened. Even if no one got hurt, that's awful. That's awful.
But at first, that's what they were saying. They said it was 3 minor injuries and nobody had died. But then I think just recently they reported saying that they might have found some remains. I'm like, Christmas morning at 6:30.
I think the playthroughs with Norm's wife are good because Norm's wife is very tolerable to be around. She's awesome. Norm, I can't say the same for him. I'm kidding. Norm's wife is awesome. She's awesome.
She's cool.
She is. You know. Hey, Benny.
There he is. There's New York. Oh, he's frozen.
Oh, he is.
It must be that cold in New York.
He's stunned.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there he is. Actually, I think Norm's frozen there.
Yeah. Got the Long John Silvers on.
Yeah. I'll answer this question. I didn't play the Old Republic, so I was fine with the ending. But I know that people who played the video game did not like the ending of that book, so I understand that completely. Where in the stars would you like to hang out and play board games with aliens? Indoor. Have you not heard of me?
Jabba's Palace or Cantina in Tatooine.
Oh, that's sad. Favorite restaurant and the candy store that was down the street.
Oh.
I hate that. There it is. There it is. No deaths, only 3 people hurt.
Okay, that's what I heard too. First thing this morning. Okay.
Good. That's awesome.
Thanks to that policeman.
Hey, there's OJ.
Merry Christmas.
Lord, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, look, New Yorker there.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Babs, I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Mets fan because I grew up in Mississippi, and their AA team was in Jackson, Mississippi at the time, and so I grew up watching some of the greats. Especially that year they won the World Series because Mookie Wilson slid into second base head first and shattered his sunglasses.
I remember that.
And part of it went to his eye or whatever. So he had to go down to the minor leagues while he recovered. Well, to get ready. So he played a few games for the Jackson Mets. When my dad heard that, he's like, "We got to go." That was the other season that Gary Carter hurt something. He got injured. He got put on the DL, and he came to Jackson to recoup.
Sweet.
And so we went and saw Gary Carter too, Hall of Famer Gary Carter.
Hell of a player, man.
Who?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not. I think he's one of 2 players ever to be put into the Hall of Fame as an Expo, and he was mad. He wanted to be put in as a Met. I don't know.
Oh, really? They put him as an Expo, huh?
He was one of 2 Expos ever to be enshrined in the Hall of Fame. Do you know who the second Expo is? And to be honest, he wasn't popular. Well, for me, he wasn't popular on the Expos. He was upset too because he wanted to be known for his.
Who would be in there? Andre Dawson?
Holy cow! You got it.
Tell him what he's won.
What did I win? What did I win?
You get your pick of games from Vinny's collection.
There you go. All right, from Vinny's collection. Nice.
I knew he'd say that.
That's the Hawk, man. The Hawk, Andre Dawson. He was a great player to watch.
Yeah, I did, but we got to see some of and Greg Jeffries before he got called up.
God, Greg Jeffries.
Kevin Elster, who is playing in Game 4 or 5 of the World Series, started in AA in Jackson.
That's cool.
And they mentioned that because I have the 1986 DVD set of all 7 games. but
It gets past Buckner. Oh, sorry.
Oh man. Do you know, true story? They offered Buckner a batting coach position with the Mets.
I thought I heard about that.
They did, and he respectfully turned them down. He said, "Thank you."
Feel bad for him.
It's sad that Buckner's whole career was defined by one play.
What you remember.
When he was such a solid hitter.
He was
such a solid baseball player. And that's the reason they left him in the game. They knew his knees were older, but because the manager loved him and because he'd done so much for the crew, they left him in there.
Yep.
Oh no, Norm dropped.
Mets, man.
Norm's like when we talk about the Mets for too long.
Amazing Mets.
It could be worse. It could be worse, Norm. I could have been talking about the Yankees.
Yankees there. Watch out. I've been to the new Yankee Stadium, man. I am very impressed with that new Yankee Stadium. That thing is a fortress.
Beautiful
stadium.
Keeps all the Mets fans out.
I know. I haven't seen City Field. I saw it when it was Shea. I've seen Shea Stadium. It was like Dodger Stadium. I mean, it was just a dirty Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
That's what it was, But I haven't been to City Field yet. I still need to make it down there.
City Field's nice. It's like a shopping mall around the baseball field.
So it's like the Orioles. It's like Baltimore.
Yeah.
And Petco.
The Clash played there. They're a good band I like, called The Clash. I don't know if you guys know them,
Yeah.
But they were on they played at Shea Stadium.
Babs, I don't know if you're allowed in my house. I'll have to ask my wife. We don't
gotta rethink that.
Yankees fans, we got to rethink. No, I haven't heard of this YouTuber or his claim. I think it's kind of bogus, personally. I think George Lucas did come up with it. I don't think he stole the idea, but there's always going to be someone saying, "Hey, he stole my idea."
Where's my hat?
No, they don't. But they have adorable space teddy bears who would table flip and be fun to play with, I think. And you know what?
That's my dog's name. Is a Pomeranian.
And now see, here she is just throwing a hate on my Mets. Anyway, I forgot. Oh, Norm was there. He left. Vlad, you are correct. I think Vlad did go in as an expo, but that was just recently, right? Was that 2 years ago? Small time. And Tim Raines, did he get in? That must have, because I think he made it on his 10th. Did he get in on his 10th year? Or did he get into the, I don't know what it's called. Like afterwards, they have a commission, will give those people one last shot. But I thought Tim Raines didn't get in. But I don't remember. I don't recall. I like Tim Raines. But you are correct. I think those were both 2 years ago then.
Okay.
There he is.
Real quick here. There we go.
Nice.
Yes.
Babs, your husband is welcome to come over anytime. Anytime. Hey, Babs, here's the thing. Did your husband cry as hard as I did in 2016? 2016, what is this? What do you have on your head?
Hats.
That's right. World Series.
No, we're not going to have that on there.
Represent.
It's been 32 years, man. 32 years. Come on.
Here's the deal. So in 2016, the Mets love making their fans, feel like junk. Like they'll say, "There's no way the Mets were going to beat the Dodgers that year because the Dodgers were really stacked." And the thing is,
88?
That was when your little dirty player, Chase Utley, tried to injure.
Oh, that year.
Dirty slide.
Yes, the dirty slide.
Anyway,
yes.
We ended up beating the Dodgers, which never would have happened again. Then we beat the Cubs, which we had that season. We had lost to the Cubs every game of the season. We'd never beat the Cubs, and we swept them. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, seriously, the two best teams in baseball at that time were the Dodgers and the Cubs. There's no question about that. There's no question. And when the Royals, we're playing the Royals. Name a player on the Royals today? I can't. The Royals suck. I mean, they had a decent team that year. Don't get me wrong, but they were nothing compared to the Dodgers or the Cubs. They were nothing compared to them.
Yeah.
And if baseball would have just gone 8 innings, I'd be wearing a 2016 Mets. Doggone it. every night, the ninth inning, we did all of our losses except for one game. It was insane.
Oh man. Well, if the Astros hadn't cheated in 2017, I'd have a 2017 hat as well.
And if the pandemic hadn't happened, they'd have been beating Astros all season long this year. Veterans Committee, that's what it's called. Okay, Tim Raines got in this last year of eligibility. Then you were probably
Tim Raines, The Rock got in, huh?
Yeah, he got in. Because I was cheering for him. His numbers were just kind of outside. Yeah. I think I would have given him in. I would have voted for him.
Right on the borderline there.
He got in his 10th year. I just don't remember that. I'm glad he did. I just forgot about this. You know what? I probably made a post about that a long time ago, and I've already forgotten.
That's cool.
He's more into the Islanders. Are they still a team? I'm kidding. I can't. I cannot talk hockey because I'm a Red Wings fan, and I don't want those jokes to boomerang back on me. In fact, Richard Dean Anderson. Does anyone know who that is?
Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate. Very good. Most people say MacGyver, which I love too.
Oh, MacGyver too. Yeah.
But he was in Stargate MacGyver. He is a huge Kings fan. And huge Kings fan. Still keeps up with the Kings, even though he's from Minnesota. But to be fair, the Wild were not a team back then.
Right.
And so I was a Red Wings fan because I was caught up in the 90s like everyone was. Red Wings were dominating. And I had a friend from Detroit who, looped me in and said, you're going to be a Red Wings fan. I was like, okay. And then Red Wings were winning. We were always in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And then
always in the playoffs.
We were still in the playoffs, but we were losing in the first round. I mean, we got pretty sad after a while. Yeah. Well, anyway, I knew he had this huge line. And they said, look, guys, Richard Dean Anderson, he wants to see all of you, but you cannot talk. You got to say hello. He'll sign it. You take a picture and you got to go. Do not talk. There's tons of people in line. We're trying to get everyone through. Okay. Really? Thank you very much. I mean, they said he wants to meet everyone and greet everyone, but he doesn't have the time to talk to you. And so they want, and it was fair, but me, I sat there for 2 hours. I was like, he's going to talk to me. I said, I want to talk to him. I said, he'll talk to me. And Megan's like, what are you going to do? So I walked up there and I went, he signed him out. I said, hey, great, man. Because I had him sign his MacGyver photo, his mullet and everything. And so he said, so where are you from? We started talking. I said, yeah. I said, so you're from Minnesota. I said, yeah. I said, but you're a Kings fan, not a Wild fan. He went, all right. He said, look, I love the Wild. He said, but you got to be honest. I lived in LA most of my life being, as a star in Hollywood. He said, and I followed the Kings and the Wild didn't exist. He said, I love the Wild. He said, but the Kings. And then I started naming players off the Kings. I said, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, hey, Merry Christmas.
Hey, a surprise.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, Maureen. The Grinch has made an appearance.
Yay.
She's like the insane board game freak shows, like the I Love Lucy show. Whenever she wants to go on, I usually say, like not now. And she's always, well, I want to be in your show. Wah.
So you look much better than Vinny.
And that froze. He froze.
Thank you.
Yeah, there she is. You're welcome. But anyway, so Richard Dean Anderson was like, wait a minute. He said, so you're a Kings fan? I was like, oh, no, I love the Wings. He went, give me that. And he signed it, Go Kings.
I just want to say.
Oh, my God. No way. He did not.
But he kept talking to me about that. And the bodyguard kept going, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. In fact,
you the stink eye. That's funny.
I'll get it. Hold on. Let's see if I can find another.
That's funny.
Because it's down right in the hallway here. Oh my goodness.
I was actually an annual pass holder when the Kings won their 2 Stanley Cups. That was an amazing time right there. That was pretty cool. 2012, 2014.
Matt, I just want to say I like your show.
She wants to say she likes your show. She loves your show. And you too, Norman and Board Game Man.
And I love your character that you put out.
She loves Yub Nub.
He's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good night.
I'll have a cartoon character up. I'll have to call him. Let's see.
I'm thrilled. I don't know who Steve Cohn is, really, but I'm happy that it's not the Wilpons. I'll be honest. I'm one of the Mets fans who hate the Wilpons. I had turkey, Stig. I had turkey.
Yeah, fish or chicken.
Lasagna here.
Favorite
Me
Bo
too.
Jackson moment of story. My favorite Bo Jackson story.
Oh, Jackson. Wow.
Came from Nolan Ryan. My buddy is an airline pilot for Southwest. They used to fly they fly the Rangers around. Well, of course, Nolan Ryan was part of the Rangers, staff back then. So he became friends with Nolan Ryan for a very short time. Well, no, he got to talk to Nolan Ryan on one flight because they brought Nolan Ryan wanted to say hello to the cockpit, and you don't say no to Nolan Ryan. So they brought the pilot's like, yeah, bring Nolan in or something like that. He got to talk to Nolan, and he said that Nolan said the best hitter in baseball was Bo Jackson because he said that guy. He said I couldn't figure out a way. He was so smart. Bo remembered every pitch you threw to him, and he knew exactly what you were going to do. Now, a lot of hitters do that, but he said Bo would adjust. You could not trick him the same time twice with the same pitch.
No kidding.
They said he was such a smart guy, and he said plus Bo was a really good guy because if you ever remembers the infamous Robin Ventura fight, right? Robin Ventura came after Nolan Ryan. Robin Ventura is half Nolan Ryan's age. Nolan Ryan puts him in a headlock and just wails on his head.
Wailed on him.
Okay. Well, he said what you don't see anymore is that they dogpiled on both of them. And that's when Nolan got scared because he said, I was getting crushed. He said these two big arms came in and pulled me out, and it was Bo Jackson.
Oh, no kidding.
And he wanted to make sure that Nolan Ryan
was watch that video again.
If you watch the whole thing, he said a lot of times they cut it off at that point. He said that Bo Jackson was the one that pulled him out of that dog pile and asked if he was okay. And he was on the opposite team, but he was worried about Nolan, even though they were bitter rivals. He said he talks. My buddy said he talked glowingly about Bo Jackson. He said there was no better hitter in baseball in Nolan's opinion, which is wild to think about.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Bo Jackson, man. Bo Diddley.
Oh, you're gonna love
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
Hansel and Lando trilogies from Del Rey are great too. Here we go. Board Game Museum. Norm, do you like chess?
I do like chess. I don't play it very much. But the way I play, I'm not like a master strategist or anything like that. I'm just trying to basically make sure my queen doesn't get eaten. But yeah, I do enjoy playing chess.
I need to figure out how to block All American Cornbread for that statement. Look at this. We're turning this into a sports blog.
I know, huh?
Do you think Vince Young would have been more accepted in today's style of NFL? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. There was a hey.
Vinny's wife's.
Yo, Maureen, somebody says hi. Somebody said hi.
Oh.
Give you a shout out.
Hi again.
She's in the board game
Should she
room.
be in the next episode?
Yes.
I'll have her in the next show.
There you go.
Vote yes.
All right. Hate of Vinny's wife.
I was gonna say you probably saved his career.
I love your babies.
Oh
I
yeah.
love your two babies.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are
Thank
they
you.
this Christmas?
They had a wonderful Christmas. They ate too much candy and they fell asleep in the car within 5 minutes. And they're now in the back room sawing sticks because logs are too big for them. They saw sticks, is what I say. They are snoozing away. Those sugar plums aren't just dancing; they're just parading in their head right now. They've had a great Christmas.
Oh, they're precious.
Thank you.
Precious little. Yeah, they're so cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bo was on the White Sox back then.
Yep.
Baseball needs more hockey.
I know.
Okay.
And with the instant replay, you don't see nearly as many fights anymore or any arguments. That's really knocked that down a lot.
Oh, what happened there? Wait. What do you think about the Undertaker's farewell? You know, I watched that WrestleMania and I called it. I said that he's going to lose, and no one believed me. I said, guys, he's super old. No one believed me, and he did. And I said, that's him retiring. And they said, no way. I called a lot of things at that WrestleMania. That was like 2 years ago, I think. No, that was last year. I can't remember. It was last year or 2 years ago. But I remember that one. Okay, I'm going to give Norm this question. Norm, best Monopoly themed board game.
Ooh.
That's a tough
one. I'll name a few. My top.
What up?
I'm going to go ahead and say Monopoly Villains for myself.
Oh, let me tell another thing.
Villains was cool. I loved your review on that.
That's a very cool game.
That looked really cool.
I think
And then I turned my friends and families into games. I just wanted to tell you, Matt, that my whole family now is getting into games. It's like my best friend is getting into games. My sister's getting into games. And every time there's like a holiday thing, oh, I got a new game. And it's like,
wow.
It's like I always like games, but for some reason it's just, I'm playing games now.
Yeah,
and they always like getting into it.
I told her it was habit forming. She'd get an addiction.
So we played a game tonight with my sister.
Oh, awesome.
And she never played this game before.
We were playing the Grinch board games.
Yes, I saw your reviews on those. I like I like the one with the presents and the little things underneath them. You're guessing them and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little cards.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, the cards. Yeah,
I like the one with the sleigh ride that goes down the mountain.
Oh,
that one's cool.
Definitely, definitely also too. Throw a chance on how to get into baseball. Here's the thing, Al. Wherever you're from, if you have a live team in your area, go watch a game. There's no better way to get into baseball than watching it live. I'll be honest. I was making fun of Bass because he's an awful, stinking, horrible Yankees fan. But at the same time, I'm not going to turn down an invitation to go see a Yankees game live. I would have to ask forgiveness afterwards, but I would still go because there's nothing better than live baseball.
Yeah, right. Why not? If you got a chance, go see a good game,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like the Yankees, but I like the Mets too. I'm a New York fan. I'm not a fence walker, but I just like to watch the games to enjoy the games. I'm more of a fan of the players, different players on different teams, I'll watch the games because of that. So.
Yeah.
What up, B?
I don't know who this guy is. Oh, look at that. Scramble. Rummikub was one of my grandmother's favorite games. We used to play that all the time. In fact, I had the game and I gave it to someone because I wasn't getting it played that much. But yeah, that's it. That seems to be a fun night. I was never good at Scramble, even though I think I'd be better now. That's awesome. Hey, I love baseball, but that ball hit me more than I hit it. I was not that good at it. I'll be honest. There you go. Cold beer.
Matt, this is my little baby.
Hey!
That's Teddy.
That's Teddy Bear.
Teddy.
He'll blink it.
I love it.
Does he look like one of your things?
One of your Ewoks.
On Ewok.
He does. He does. He could be Yub Nub's cousin. Look at that guy.
Yub Nub's cousin.
He's like the cutest dog in the world.
Oh man! Look what just came in.
Yeah.
The island has arrived.
Oh boy!
The island is here.
He's cuteness.
He sure is. Without a doubt.
PNC Park.
Okay.
One of the most beautiful parks in the major leagues.
My brother's a big Penguin. No, not he likes the Penguins, okay, but he loves the Steelers. And it's sad that the Pirates just don't spend money like the Penguins and the Steelers do. It's almost as sad as Bernardo. Oh.
Yeah.
Bernardo.
I guess, Babs. I
Yeah.
guess.
Like you forgive me.
What's up?
If I gotta tolerate someone like Bernardo in my life, I can
Hold
tolerate.
on, it's like
Yeah.
really robotic-y for me. I think that always happens when I join with my iPad
Uh-oh.
for like the first like 60 seconds. I don't know.
Nice.
Oh yeah, everything's good now. Say something, Matt.
Something.
Hey, welcome.
Nice to see you. Hey there. Hey there.
So Bernardo, as I go to get my Richard Dean Anderson autograph, what did you get for Christmas? I'm listening. I'm just going down the hallway here.
Oh, Richard D. Oh, okay. He really had to plug that real quick.
Yeah, he did. He was talking about it earlier.
That's
Yeah, to show it off now.
Real? That's awesome. What did I get? I got the iPhone 12. That's pretty cool.
Oh, there you go.
Outside of that, the slasher games I got a while back was really something, a part of my Christmas present overall. My girlfriend got me some games, some hot sauce, because I normally do hot sauce game nights.
Nice.
When things get back to...
That stuff rocks, man. You like that?
Oh, I love hot sauce.
Okay. So here's Richard Dean Anderson.
Oh, no.
And at the bottom right here,
Go Kings. There it is.
He put Go Kings at the bottom of it.
That's too funny.
That's
So, yeah.
hilarious.
I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm almost there. I'm
Yeah.
almost there.
Just a little foo-foo in the front.
Yeah.
A little foo-foo in the front. You're good.
I'm gonna get it poofy.
Yeah, there you go.
Here, carry nothing but a pocket knife and a pack of bubble gum. That's all I need. I'll be just
Yeah.
like it.
I'm telling you,
this in
man,
the
you should get a
front, party in the
pompadour like the
back?
Fonz. You know, like John Travolta or something.
Business in the front, party in the back.
You can
Matt.
tell by the
See?
way I
Okay.
use my walk. I'm a board game man.
There you go. Hey,
Well, actually, he's the board game man.
Yeah.
so
Only one
go
of
ahead,
those.
Bernardo, continue. Hold on. So Norm, how was your day?
Oh,
He's gone. What happened?
currently absent.
That was his day.
See,
He's gone.
Norm thought Bernardo was still. Notice he was here the whole time. Then when we brought Bernardo on, he just gets up and walks away.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
So what else?
He's in the
get?
dark.
What else did you get, Bernardo? I'm going to put this up. But tell
Dark.
continue on.
Yeah, so my girlfriend got me some like.
Oh my God.
I just picked that up today. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like it.
Oh, yesterday.
They
I'm sorry,
like
yesterday.
it. He likes it. He likes
I'm
it.
gonna get kicked off.
This is kind of like my own Christmas present to myself.
Did y'all ever see the one with the dogs?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw your review of that.
There it is.
Unboxing.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Cooper.
it's a cool one. But really, I've just been exporting these other videos, have some Christmas stuff together, but I got pretty busy during the holidays since my girlfriend actually went to Arizona, so she's not going to be back until like the 7th. So she's then going to be quarantining, so I won't see her for a while, about a month.
What's in Arizona? Family?
Yeah, her family.
Well, there you go.
Yes, sir. So what else did you get, Matt? I saw that game.
I'll talk about. Yeah, I know. I'll talk about this in a moment. But I want to say, for Weston Games and everything, how to get into DMing. I haven't DM'd. I have a buddy who does it, and he told me you have to sit there and write every situation. It's hard because you have to sit there and write different, because they may go a different route, they may do a different thing, and you can loop it back into your big storyline. But you've got to prepare for any different thing that they may say or do. It won't always go according to plan. So don't just write out where they have an obvious choice, because they'll choose the exact opposite. So you got to keep writing. There's several things, and I'm not the guy to talk about that because I've never DM'd a RPG or played. Well, no, that's a lie. I did play with a game group for a little while, but you just have to be very prepared and get ready to drop some of your story, because sometimes it just won't fit in because they didn't go down that path. They didn't go to the bog of eternal stench. So you can't do your adventure there. You have to go somewhere else. So that's the best advice I can give.
Yeah, RPG is fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna now that Bernardo's joined us, I'm actually going to have to cut it now.
Okay.
But I do want to thank all my guests. Wish everyone a Merry Christmas. You need to, Vinny, the Insane Board Game Freak Show is his own channel of YouTube videos where he will review any and everything. He's been reviewing a lot of
I
Christmas
think I'm
games.
gonna make her the insane board game freak.
There you go.
Oh man,
There you
but
go.
thanks for inviting me. It was great.
Yeah.
Do I need a
Norm is at
sidekick,
the
or
board
did I
game-
make the show? Does she make the club, or what?
We'll see. You'll let the viewers decide.
There you go.
But
Stay tuned for the next exciting episode.
There you go. Norm from the Board Game Museum is a longtime friend of mine. He reviews just about everything in any version of Monopoly you've ever wanted or dreamed of. He has a super awesome son named Jax and a super awesome wife as well, who you've seen him play in several videos with. Are y'all going to do any more play-togethers?
Yeah, I've got some requests to do some play-togethers. So I think we might do Crash Canyon. We got that one coming in, and
Sick.
yeah, we'll probably get some more games up there.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Jamie's been on holiday for a little while. No. You had one that came out just recently.
He had the spy one.
Yes, I just watched that one. Never mind. So you can check out Jamie, and then sometimes he does on the scene, and he takes his.
I'm thinking of doing some of those tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Ooh.
Or Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah. I'll let my wife know. My wife goes, "You need to tell him to do more of these."
Really?
She loves those.
Jamie on scenes. Yes, I love doing those. Yeah, we're probably gonna do George McFly's house, Lorraine's house.
Oh,
That's awesome.
She was very impressed by the hedges from Halloween. She didn't know those are still around. That's still
I didn't know either.
ones.
The actual hedge is still there.
Yeah, and then the house from Father the Bride, I think you went to.
Father Bride, been there.
Those
That was all.
Those have been.
Most of that's in Pasadena area. A lot of that's in Pasadena.
Yeah, but
Michael Myers' house. They actually picked up and moved that house. It's an office now, which is kind of crazy.
No.
Did you go to Griswold's? The Clark Griswold's house?
Is that in California?
No.
I don't know if that's in California.
I didn't know if you
in Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was on your travels or something. Like you just like to go
all
out.
these are in California. All the ones I do are right here in Southern California.
Oh.
It's a tie
Ferris.
between Vinny and Bernardo. It's a tie, probably.
Most games.
I don't know, man. I got like 800.
Okay, it's Vinny.
Yeah, it's most likely Vinny. I would get rid of games before I get to there.
Okay, so Bernardo is on Tabletop Island. You can catch him every, 5 or 6 weeks.
But it's worth the wait. He's got a cool, exciting, fun show to watch.
He does. His show looks really good. Looks really good. And he is my girl's favorite person to talk to. Because I'll say, who are you talking to? You talking to Bernardo? And they'll go, they go, yeah. Whenever I talk to him on video, it was funny. My wife still loves this story, but Meridian climbed up on my, I was holding him in the lap. She kept waving, and Bernardo kept waving. She kept waving. And then I got to get something. She crawled back into the chair and got up and stood there and was like, hey. When I was gone, like, she wasn't done waving at Bernardo. I was like, baby, he already has a girlfriend. Way too young.
That's cute.
But anyway, that's nice. Thank you, Babs.
Oh, thank you, Babs.
Thanks, buddy.
You can unsub from Bernardo. It's okay. All right. Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me, and everyone out there. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Technically, this is the first day of Christmas. The 12 days of Christmas, historically, goes to January 6th. But anyway, have a happy holidays, a happy New Year. Keep that love going throughout the season, and stay safe. And we'll see you next.